In the heart of a lively Nigerian village lived a beautiful woman named Ada. She was as kind as she was beautiful, known for her warm smile that could brighten the darkest day. Ada was deeply in love with a young, ambitious man named Obi. They spent their days by the river dreaming of a future together. Obi promised Ada that he would travel to the big city, make his fortune, and return to marry her. With a heavy heart, Ada gave him her blessing and a small carved bird as a reminder of her love. She promised to wait for him no matter how long it took. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. The seasons changed. Children grew up, and new huts were built, but Ada remained faithful. She would sit by the river every evening, clutching the small wooden bird, her eyes scanning the path that led to the village. Friends and family told her to move on. They said, "Ada, he has forgotten you. Find a new husband." But Ada's heart knew only Obi. She would simply smile and say, "A promise is a promise. I will wait." She rejected many good men who asked for her hand, her loyalty unshaken. 12 long years passed. Ada was no longer the young girl who had said goodbye to Obi. She was a woman, her beauty now carrying a quiet sadness. The villagers whispered about the woman who waits for a ghost. They pitied her, but also admired her incredible devotion. Ada kept herself busy, helping others in the village, teaching children stories, and tending to her small farm. But every evening, without fail, she returned to her spot by the river, her hope flickering like a lone candle in the wind. She never lost faith that one day her love would return. Meanwhile, in the bustling city, Obi had found great success. He became a wealthy merchant, living in a grand house with many servants. The city's noise and fast life had changed him. He was surrounded by riches and new friends who only cared about his money. The memory of the quiet village girl and his promise grew faint, like a distant dream. He forgot the warmth of Ada's smile and the feel of the small wooden bird. He even planned to marry a city woman, chosen for her family's wealth and status. The simple life he once cherished was a forgotten chapter. One day, a great misfortune fell upon Obi. A fire swept through the city market, destroying all his goods. His business partners abandoned him, and his new friends turned their backs. He lost everything, his house, his money, his pride. With nothing left but the old clothes on his back, he was forced to wander the streets begging for food. The city that had made him rich now showed him no mercy. Alone and hungry, Obi finally remembered the village he had left behind. He remembered a kind girl with a warm smile and a promise he had broken. Shame filled Obi's heart, but desperation pushed him onward. He decided to return home, not to reclaim his love, but to seek refuge from his harsh new reality. He walked for many days, his feet sore and his stomach empty. He looked nothing like the ambitious young man who had left 12 years ago. He was thin, his face was etched with hardship, and his eyes had lost their spark. He was a man in rags, a shadow of his former self. He expected no one to recognize him, and he certainly didn't expect anyone to be waiting for him. When Obi finally stumbled into the village, he was a pitiful sight. He kept his head down, avoiding the eyes of the villagers who looked at the stranger in rags with suspicion. He made his way to the river, the place where all his memories began. And there, sitting in the usual spot, was Ada. She looked up as he approached. Her eyes widened, not with pity or disgust, but with recognition. It was him, her Obi. He was not the rich man she had imagined, but the man her heart had never forgotten. Ada stood up slowly, her heart pounding in her chest. Obi looked at her, his eyes filled with shame and tears. He couldn't speak. He expected her to be angry, to shout at him for his betrayal, for the 12 years she had wasted. But Ada did not shout. She walked towards him, her expression soft and full of a love that had stood the test of time. She reached into her pocket and pulled out the small carved bird. It was worn and smooth from years of being held. She held it out to him. Seeing the bird, Obi broke down and fell to his knees. He cried, telling her everything, his success, his greed, his downfall, and how he had forgotten her. He told her he was not worthy of her love and that he had only returned because he had nowhere else to go. Ada listened patiently. When he finished, she knelt beside him. She said, "Obi, I did not fall in love with a rich man. I fell in love with a kind heart. Wealth can be lost, but love, true love, is forever." Ada took Obi in. She gave him food, clean clothes, and a place to rest. The villagers were shocked. They couldn't understand why she would welcome back the man who had abandoned her, especially now that he was a beggar. But Ada paid them no mind. She helped Obi heal, not just his tired body, but his broken spirit. With Ada's love and support, Obi slowly began to change. He worked hard, doing odd jobs around the village. He was no longer the arrogant man from the city, but the humble and kind Obi that Ada had first loved. In time, Obi and Ada were married. Their wedding wasn't grand, but it was filled with genuine joy. Obi never became a rich merchant again, but he found a different kind of wealth. He found the treasure of true love, forgiveness, and a second chance. He and Ada built a happy life together, their love story becoming a legend in the village. A tale of a woman's unwavering faith and the man who returned in rags to find his greatest fortune. The lesson in this story is that true love is patient and forgiving. It is not about money or fancy things. It's about loyalty and seeing the good in someone, even when they have lost their way. Never lose hope in the people you love. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and tell us what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. Thank you for watching.